Today on Libertas video, we're going to be reviewing these sick Assassin's Creed inspired hoods. Welcome to Libertas Video, the channel dedicated to encouraging, entertaining, and inspiring you. Now, back in 2019, we reviewed the Rogue hood, which was made by the Cosplay company. And since then, they've created a sister company called Stay in Character Hoods. And as that name implies, they are focused solely on making hoods, and these are their latest and greatest. To be upfront, Stay in Character Hoods did send us these two hoods to review. However, they did not ask to see this video beforehand nor influence the outcome of my reviews in any way. So what you're seeing here today is my honest opinion in case you need to make a wise purchasing decision. Starting off, let's take a quick look at both of these hoods. Now, I have a black and red one here. They both come in a variety of colors, so you do have that option in front of you. The black one is a more traditional hood. However, it does come with a detachable face mask. And I say detachable because it is attached by 4 buttons on the inside. So that's pretty nice if you don't want to use the mask or if you want to just wash it separately from the hood. The red one incorporates an infinity scarf into the design. It's got a very similar hood shape itself. However, if the wind picks up, you can wrap this infinity scarf up and around the hood, getting you to that nice wind resistance or heat retention. Both of them are made of very premium quality materials, and they both retain that nice beak shape, which is so essential if you want to have an assassin-inspired hood. So what do I like about these hoods? And right off the bat, right out of the box, the first thing that I fell in love with was the quality of this hood. The fabric is just so premium. The outside is nice and thick. It's that perfect thickness to make sure that it can retain that classic assassin shape without looking too stiff. This means that that beak is not going to be falling into your eyes every step you take throughout your day. If you have a premium hoodie, I would liken it to that style of material. So it's a little more of a modern material. On the inside, though, we do have a nice softer material which lines the inside. It's really nice because that's going to be the part that's coming in contact with your face. The stitching on these hoods is just so good as well. I absolutely love it. And I'm even a sucker for the little inset logo that is on the lining of the hood. It's little details like that that just make these hoods feel so much more premium than their predecessor. However, just like the previous hood, they have captured the iconic assassin look so well here. And I said it in the last review, and I'll say it again. I'm a person who has done Assassin's Creed fan films. I've made Assassin's Creed costumes, and I've reviewed several costumes as well. This is one of the hardest parts about pulling off any Assassin's Creed costume is getting that beaked hood to look just right. And these hoods have knocked it out of the park. I mean, let's put it this way. Even Ubisoft's UB Workshop, who is their official licensed apparel company, can't get this right all of the time, which just goes to show you how difficult it can be to make the beaked hood look good. I'll put it this way. When it comes to this hood, it's got that perfect subtlety to it. It's not over the top. It's just subtle enough that if you're a fan of the previous Assassin's Creed games, or if you're around people who are fans of the previous Assassin's Creed games, they'll recognize it immediately. However, outsiders of the franchise who don't really understand what a beaked hood is representative of, I don't think they're going to find it odd or really silly. The other thing that I'm really impressed by is the incorporation of multiple elements into both of these hoods. The face mask itself fits me just right. It's tight enough so I know it's not going to fall down off my face as I'm walking around, which is really nice in this world of mask mandates that we do live in nowadays, to have a feature like that if and when you need it. Of course, with that, I'm not saying that this is going to give you any medical grade coverage. At the end of the day, it's just a fabric mask on the inside of a hood. However, it's nice to be like a balaclava. If you want to keep your skin from exposure during the winter months, you can pull it up over your nose and it'll keep your face nice and warm. However, you can always toss it back down. It's going to keep your neck warm as well. So it's just a really nice feature that I think has been incorporated into this hood. And if you're not interested in having either of those features, like I said before, you can just remove it from the inside of the hood. And if that wasn't enough, I do have to say that the mask, when it's up, the hood's up, I think is a very menacing look. So I think that's really, really cool. When it comes to the Infinity Scarf hood, I was initially skeptical as to whether or not I was actually going to like it. I've never really worn an Infinity Scarf before, so I was like, I don't know if this is really going to be for me. But the more I wore it, the more I wore it around and tested it out when we got our B-roll and everything like that. I was really impressed. I was really surprised, and I actually really liked it. I ended up putting up Christmas lights, and I was wearing it while I was doing that. So it kept me nice and warm, and I was really happy with it at the end of the day. But the official picture does show that you can put the Infinity Scarf around the outside of the hood if that's what you're going to be doing. But I found that you could wear it one of four ways. I thought you could wear it tucked into your jacket, which is fine. You can wear it on the outside of your jacket, the Infinity Scarf kind of hanging down. I found that you could wrap it around the inside of the hood, around your neck on the inside of the hood, and that gave you a pretty cool look and comfortability. And you could also wrap it around the outside of the hood as it's shown in the pictures. But overall, I would have to say that I've been really impressed about the versatility that both of these hoods do provide you. Once again, I might have thought it was a little gimmicky to begin with, but going with these hoods, I don't think if you're going to wear them day to day, I wouldn't go back to the original one. I think these ones are pretty nice. So what don't I like about these hoods? And to be honest, I would have to be really nitpicky to find things that I don't like about them. However, I will say this about the face mask. It's tight and it's snug for me, so it fits really well for me. But I would say that I have a medium-sized head. So for people that have larger heads, or on that larger spectrum, I'd say that this mask might not actually fit them. So that would be a shame because you're kind of losing out on one of the cool aspects of this particular hood. Of course, you can always remove it and you'll still have a fully functioning, really cool looking hood. However, once again, you do miss out on one of the kind of the premium aspects of this hood in general. My solution or suggestion would be that possibly going with a neck gaiter that has one of those cords, a slit in the back, and then the cords that can be adjusted and tightened down to fit your specific face structure, and then putting that under the hood if you really want to go for the mask look and this is too small for you. Otherwise, I mean, you could even go so far as to then creating holes and sewing them so they can fit on the buttons as well, and then it's kind of one piece again. That could just be a lot of work, but hey, it's up to you. But it is an option for people if they need to go with a different face mask and they want to still use this hood the way it was intended, and maybe the mask is too small. So that would be the one thing that I would say against this hood is the face mask itself might not necessarily be one size fits all. It fits me really good, but I know I'm not everybody. The only other thing that I would say is that the buttons on the inside of the hood, because they're not hidden behind any specific flap, if you do have longer hair like me and you go to put this hood on really quickly, it might grab your hair and yank it. So just be aware of that if you do have longer hair. Just take your time, put it on slowly, and everything's going to be just fine. I'm not saying any of this from personal experience, but just be careful as you put the hood on. And finally, like I mentioned in my previous review, these hoods tend to be designed more for day-to-day use rather than strictly for cosplay. That being said, the cowl design, it comes down and around your neck, but it's kind of tighter, closer in on the neck, which is nice because you can put a jacket around it and it doesn't get too bulky. The more traditional assassins like you see with Aguilar, Altair, Ezio, that cowl was really designed, and then the patterns that they kind of incorporated after that kind of go out to the shoulders. So this hood doesn't really go out to the shoulders. So that's just something to bear in mind if you do plan to use it for cosplay purposes. That might be something you have to work around. So who are these hoods for? Well, if you're doing an Assassin's Creed cosplay, I think these are a wonderful base to start with. They're not character specific though, so it's not like you're going to be able to take and put it onto an Altair costume and be like, hey, look, I'm Altair. I mean, he's got a different style of hood. However, they are pretty close to certain characters, let's say like the Ezio Revelations hood. You can go with like the Bazem hood or even Aguilar's hood. I think these are pretty close. However, if you're going more character specific, you're going to need to add your own details anyway, but this would be a good place to start if you wanted to. On the cosplay side, I'd say it'd be great for original characters, original creations. I think they would provide a wonderful basis to start off with, and especially if you want to start using some of these bonus features like the mask or the infinity scarf just to bring some little extra detail to your character. However, even more so than the last hood that I reviewed in 2019, I would say that these hoods are really designed for the Assassin's Creed fan who wants to see their passion bleed through into their day-to-day life. I think they pair great with a standard jacket, and I personally plan to be wearing these this winter as I go about my day-to-day as well. Even my wife said that they're so nice that she might steal one of them from me to use this winter as well. So I'm going to have to keep these well guarded. But the beak is subtle yet menacing, just very iconic. The versatility that both of these hoods offer is just really great, and the premium materials keep me nice and warm. I really couldn't ask for anything more from an Assassin's Creed inspired hood that I do plan to use on the day-to-day basis. And like I said before, these do come in multiple colors, so you can choose the one that suits you best if black or red really isn't your style. So whether you're looking for this hood as a potential cosplayer or if you're looking at it to use functionally every single day, I would highly recommend these premium hoods. I'll be putting links in the description below where you can find these hoods. They're going to be available in 2 different locations. The company's Etsy page is going to have the full run of both of these and all the colors and everything, so you can check that out. Otherwise, there's going to be the Amazon link. Just to be upfront, that's going to be an affiliate link, so if you use it, I'll get a small commission at no additional cost to you. So if you do that, you're just going to be helping out us build up this channel to make even better content. So if you do that, thank you very much. The original hood is still available, and I will also put a link to our review of that one from back in 2019. So if you want to check that out, you can do that in the description below. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next Libertas video.